Okay, we are ready to go live in the Facebook group. I will have a short introduction and then I will ask you the first question. Okay,
Love it.
amazing. Hello, we are live again here in the Facebook group of She Heals the World. I'm your host today. I'm Miriam Bruera, one of the associate coaches of She Heals the World. And today we will have an amazing interview with another wonderful, amazing coaches of the team. I'm here with Aimee Smith. Thank you, Aimee.
Thank you, Miriam. I'm so happy to be here.
It's the same. I'm so happy to have this conversation with you in this space. We are between entrepreneurs or aspiring entrepreneurs, and we will share tips, stories, experiences that can help women entrepreneurs to start and scale their businesses in alignment with their soul, with their purpose. I know because we had this quick conversation before the live. I know that we share some deep values. We want success, but as well, we want to preserve our well being, our health. And I think that you are an expert about well being. You are a
Yeah.
coach, you founded your own brand about
Yeah.
breathwork. So it's a pleasure to have you here today.
It's a pleasure to be here. Thank you. So happy to share and just tell everyone what I do and some tips and yeah, just have a beautiful conversation.
Amazing. So, the first question for you is about who you are, your story. Can you tell us briefly who you are and what you are specialized in as a coach?
Yes. So again, I'm Aimee Smith. I founded Become Breathwork, and I am out of Boulder, Colorado, but I serve and work with women all over the world. So a lot of virtual work. And I guide the ambitious, heart-centered women, the women that have, big purposes and visions on our hearts, the visionaries, the leaders, the caregivers, just to come back to a more aligned place and a more resourced place of leading from. So these are the women that do a lot. We all do a lot as women, right? We hold a lot of responsibilities. We are the ones that are typically the caregivers. And again, we have such beautiful gifts to offer. And I help women reconnect with the wisdom that their bodies hold. So again, there's so much out there, but we come back to our breath, we come back to our bodies, and we realize that there's so much power within with our intuition and with the guidance and the wisdom that we have within. So it's self-care, but also I call it self-creation, the work I do and the methods that I use. And I do the somatic breath work. It's trauma informed. That's the basis because I feel like breath is absolutely essential and it's the one thing we always have access to. And then I've also combined it with expressive dance and healing movement and really activating the creativity that we all have. Again, that sacral, that womb space. Women are just such beautiful creators. So really connecting back to that power that we have within.
Wow.
And I think that's a pretty good synopsis of what I do, but it's definitely the wellness and the care, but also the transformation that happens when we tap into this power of our breath and our body.
Yeah, thank you, Amy.
Yeah.
Your introduction really inspired me because you touched so important topics for us, women entrepreneurs. For example, the well-being, the connection to our purpose, also the
Yeah.
connection to our body. I remember that some years ago, when I was running my business and I wanted to create everything and go on with the launches, I forgot my body. I lived for so many years all in my head.
Yep.
Yes, and I think one of the problem of women entrepreneurs is that we are too mental,
Yeah.
too much in the mind, and we forget that we have this amazing body. When I was younger, I was a dancer and I love dance,
Oh,
classical dance, modern dance. And sometimes I really miss that period of my life. And sometimes alone in my home, I start dancing. I put the music out loud in the room. Nobody's seeing
oh,
me, but I feel so free in dance. And I think it's important for women entrepreneurs to connect again with their own body. You talked about the sacred, our uterus, the power
yes.
that we have within.
Yes, thank you for sharing that. I love that you are a dancer. And Miriam, I never grew up dancing, but I have come to believe through my own experience and my own training and teaching that dance, not performative dance, that's also beautiful, but just dance and movement without the performance, like just expressive movement, is so powerful to actually really connect to our confidence and our wisdom, and again that creativity of just like moving and expressing. It's so profound. So I love that. And it's so often we work from the mind. That's a real common thing, right? But again, there's so much wisdom in the body, and I can talk more about that too, because my journey was a lot of me, I don't want to say abandoning my body, but losing touch with it. Yeah. Yeah. It's so common. So common.
Yeah, and also you talk about performance. When we
Yeah.
are entrepreneurs, we want results, we want success, we are looking at the numbers. But there is another side, the side of our well-being, of how are we feeling in our body and as well in our business. For me, the business is like a living being, is something
Yeah.
that is alive.
Oh, same, same, same. You're right. We have so much pressure behind us as well as women and as entrepreneurs to succeed. And what is the definition of success? And a lot of times it's numbers or it's on paper, it's views, if there's some material thing we can connect to success. But we have to remember there's so much joy also in the creative process and to allow ourselves to be free with that. And I think that's where the breath and the movement come in, where it's not about perfection, it's just about connection. Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
Connect again to our body, to our inspiration, to the feminine energy that is flowing inside us.
Yes, absolutely. You get it.
Yeah, we share,
We
uh,
do.
I
I
think,
can't
something
wait.
profound.
I think we're going to be dancing together or something. I'd love to do some virtual.
I
I'm
love
going
that.
to offer to this group too some breath work and dance. And so, yeah, I can't wait. We'll connect on that too.
It's really a good idea to share
Yeah,
some free movement and to breathe together is so inspiring and it makes us feel free, expanded. Yeah,
absolutely. And so many of us too are in front of computers. You know what I mean? Or that it's that aspect of the business that isn't as exciting as the one-on-one and the coaching. But when we get to move, it's the most grounding thing ever to just get connected to your body again. It grounds you, takes you out of the mind, right into the body, back into the heart. And that's so powerful and it's so accessible to us. And it only takes a few minutes to really just shift like that. So, movement and breath are just the two quickest ways to just get grounded. That's a little tip.
I love
Yeah,
that. Thank you,
yeah,
Aimee.
sure.
You are a coach. And
Yeah.
what inspired you to become a coach?
Yeah, thanks for asking. So I knew I always wanted to be in the helping, healing lane industry. And for many, many years, I was a stay-at-home mom. I have one daughter. She was born extremely premature. She was under a pound. And I was her caregiver. My husband did the did the work. So I went through years of intense caregiving with a child that has very complex health needs, a lot of hospitalizations, a lot of quarantine, a lot of developmental delays. And it was about 15 years into that journey that I hit burnout. So, I thought I had been doing everything right with therapy, with eating well, doing EMDR, yoga, all these things. And we had another crisis come up, another trauma, and it just all spiraled for me. So I hit one of the lowest points, and it was in that point I said to my therapist, my mind knows I'm safe, but my body is reacting. I started having panic attacks. So my mind knew I couldn't talk myself out of it. And Miriam, this was before I had heard about somatics. I'd never heard about breathwork. And I had this divine intervention where I started having panic in a store with my daughter. And I realized I'm not breathing. Like I hadn't taken a full breath in I don't know how long, if ever, like a conscious full breath. It had been such hypervigilance and such go, 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 and like crisis after crisis after crisis, and just so much with her caregiving. And at that time, too, I had started developing chronic health issues. So I was also dealing with my own health. And long story short, breathwork came into my life. And I realized there was this thing called breathwork. And I actually went into a program that was pretty intensive for 9 months to study breath and somatics. And the first 3 months we worked on ourselves. And so that was so beautiful because I actually got to do the work. And I feel like the best healers, coaches, guides are those that walk the walk and have been through it. And so I had this hugely transformative experience for those 3 months and then some, and realized this is my lane. This is what I'm meant to do, is to share this with other women because the breath is just so powerful and it is foundational. So that's how I got into this and created Become Breathwork. And I expanded my knowledge and experience with the dance and the somatics and the trauma work because I truly believe that we can live with more ease and we can live with more freedom and joy because with when we have these tools and when we can work through the hard stuff. So life doesn't get easier, right? Like life still throws challenges at us, but it's how we move through it. It's how we connect back to ourselves. And that for me, that tool is breath work in the body.
Wow. Thank you
Yeah.
Amy, for sharing your story.
Yeah.
I firmly believe in the power of sharing our own personal story. There
Yes.
is so much wisdom in your life and in what you share with us. And you had this beautiful baby, and your child had these health issues. And I think that is really heartbreaking to know that our own child can have these challenges, and you went all in to support your daughter, and that was really exhausting for you. You gave so much love, so much time, and you dedicated many years of your life to your
Right.
child. And sometimes when we are caregiver, we forget about ourselves. And
Absolutely.
yeah.
And Miriam, what you said too about our businesses being these live entities, I think of my business also as a baby. It really is my second baby, my second child. And so as women, we are givers. We tend to be over givers. And so my own story, I didn't get into all my chronic health issues, but again, I developed chronic health issues along the way too. And I truly believe that was a lot of the stress and not having these tools. So it's just so I feel like these are just foundational to all of us as women, as entrepreneurs, to know how to work with our emotions and the hard and the working through all that so that we can lead from a place of greater love and ease. And that's what I do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Your story reminded me that many of my clients told me that they see their own business exactly like a child. Maybe I have two, three child, two in my family, and the other child is my own business. And yes, because when we, as a women, when we started our own business, for us is a part of ourself that is going outside into the world. And if we have a purpose, if we are soul mission driven to create this beautiful entity, yes, is really a part of us that is going into the world. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And it's like we birth these. Again, it's that creative, it's that sacral. It's everyone I think here in the space. That's why I was drawn to this space too. She heals the world. That's pretty powerful. We are all here with, like you said, these heart-driven missions that are you can't ignore and you can't set aside, right? So it's this great intent and it will zap you and it will take you down if you don't have the balance or the tools. And that's, again, I learned the hard way. There's no shame in that, but because a lot of us do overgive and we lose ourselves in the process. So that is also why I just feel it so impassioned to really bring this work to everyone and just to spread this more because we are the healers. We women are the healers, and we need us more now than ever. And we've got to conserve ourselves and our resources and learn to move through this crazy life with ease, more
Yeah.
ease.
We give so much to everyone, to our family members, to our clients, but is at the same time so important to receive before to recharge before give. Yeah.
Oh, we're
Or
right
have
on
this
the same
balance
page.
between giving and receiving. And then I noticed that in business, the love that we give to ourselves is connected to the money that we are open to receive. There is a
Yes. So
connection
true.
between the two. The more love you
Oh,
give
you
yourself, the more money you are open to receive.
And
Yeah.
that's so true too. That's something that I work on a lot. And myself, I work on it. I think, again, my greatest teachings are that I go through this myself and learn how to move through it as a leader. And yes, we again, the overgiving has to be balanced with we get to receive. We get to receive. We are worthy of that. The money, the abundance, the clients, the joy, the health, all of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because we can grow and scale our businesses, but exactly like you said before, with ease, with flow, not with
Yes.
sacrifice, not with so much stress. There is
Yeah.
another way. And I think that we as a women, as a collective, we are here to show that there is this possibility for humanity. We can lead a business, we can be
Mm,
really successful, but in a different way that honor our divinity, our health,
mm.
our
Yes.
life.
And that's the divine feminine too. This could be a whole other topic, but that is what we are so good at when we tap into that divine feminine, the flow, the creativity, and we're all about flow, just even with our cycles every month, like we know how to flow. We know how things just go and there's a cycle, there's a season to everything. And it's just common, though, for us to get stuck or things in our body to get stuck. And that's part of this process of the breath work and the somatics is just learning to know, okay, this is stuck or this needs more love and healing, and then to move through it. And it just ripples. That's what you're talking about, I think, with just it just ripples into your income and your clients and your success and your joy and your health. Yeah. Starts within.
Exactly. And
Yeah.
Amy, do you have two, three tips about breath work, about somatic work and well-being that
Yeah.
you would like to share with our audience today?
I would love to. Thank you. Well, one, I'm just going to sum it up because we've been talking about it, but your body is your greatest asset. It is your greatest teacher. So, again, connection to the body, which for me is through the movement and breath. That's what I teach. That's part of my method. It is the fastest way to get there. And from that space, you can just gain so much more clarity, connection. You can get the healing, the resilience, the confidence, all that builds from the body, from connecting within, connecting to that love. And two, stop waiting for confidence to feel ready. Stop waiting to feel fully ready. So this is a big teacher that I've worked through. It's confidence doesn't just come to, it's like it's not something you wait for. It's like you have to take the actions and that's how you build the confidence. And that's a big one for me. So go out there, do it without perfection. Just take the steps. And three, you may not need so much information. So there's a lot of information out there, right? We are in information overload right now as a society. And that can be very overwhelming. So, really, again, it's connecting to the body and to your intuition, starting there, starting from that place of what do I do? What do I need? How do I go about this? What is the next action step? And also knowing then what to choose of which coaches to work with, or tools, or tips, or podcasts to listen to, or books to read, right? So it's really just coming back within because I strongly, strongly feel and witness it daily that when we can come back to our power, we know a lot of the answers. And also with that, it really, really does help to have the coaches, the guides, the community, such as this one, because we do need that. We don't need to do this alone, but we do need that support to help us strengthen that. And I think that's such a big thing too. Don't do it alone always. So it's like coming back to yourself, but also distilling down. Does that make sense? Like distilling down all the information that is out there. And that will help you in your business and in your life, your relationships to guide you because you really do know a lot of the answers, but we get confused and we get it gets clouded by just so much coming at us, especially if you're an empath, which a lot of us are, or just energetically sensitive, it can be a lot to take in. So again, coming back to that quiet place in the body, because there's a lot of wisdom there. So those are my three tips.
Wow, I really love that. And previously you talked about the fact that the business is alive and that we have this cycle every month. And also in the business journey, there are a lot of ups and downs. And so to have a community, to have a coach, a mentor, to have support is so important.
Absolutely. I strongly, strongly believe I had a mentor a few years ago say, we are in, as a consciousness, we are in a time where we do not want to do this alone. It is not ideal to do anything alone. It's really, maybe COVID taught us that too, where community is where it's at. And that's again why I'm so drawn to this community because there's so much brilliance in there. And to lean on that, to lean on that, to lean on us sisters is essential. Yeah.
Yeah, the fact that brings me inside She Heals the World was the energy of this community, the power of women united from different countries of the world. We are a team of international coaches from different backgrounds and niches, and that is so powerful, so inspiring to
Mhm.
listen to our stories, to share our challenges, our wins in a safe space without judgment is so important. And
I
we
love it.
don't need to do that alone. Yeah.
No. And also, I think this was something I learned in my journey of just raising a child with special needs and not having family here. I became very, very, very isolated. And I think that was also part of developing chronic health issues, just not having the support, the community. And I take responsibility for that. That was, again, part in hindsight. I wish I would have had and taken different steps, but it is a really big lesson. Like lean on, ask for support, ask for that help. And again, when you combine that with your body wisdom, the wisdom that's already in you, you're just going to get greater success and ease and flow in your life. Yeah. Don't do it alone, but also combine your own strength, your own power.
Yes, because I think the power of a community is to be in an accelerator, of course, of a
Yeah.
community of like-minded entrepreneurs, like you say, the women that are really sensitive to energies, to emotions. Yeah.
And when one of us rises, when you're among that energy of women rising and doing the work and creating into reality these beautiful missions and visions that they have on their heart, it you rise with it. It's inevitable. It's like it's being around that energy and learning from each other. It's you're gonna rise more. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
beautiful.
We
This
talked
is
about
what
the
we're meant
power
to do.
of the community, and you
Yes.
already told us that you faced some stressful challenges with your motherhood, and maybe you remember a specific moment, if you like to share with us, a
Mm.
challenge that you faced during your journey, and how did you overcome it?
Yeah, there's a few. But that I would say, thank you for asking that. There's a few. Um, Probably the greatest challenge was developing my own health issues along the way. And I do believe that my soul came into this world with him. I do believe that health challenges or any life challenge is an opportunity. There's something there to learn, to grow from. It's a gift almost. And that's really hard to look at that when you're dealing with some really shitty, if I can say that, like really shitty life circumstances. But to move through that again, like to find the opportunity to love it, I feel like love is the way out. The only way, not out, but through. Love is the only way through. So, all my health issues, which were like endometriosis, migraines, I had a strange condition called trach stenosis where my trachea narrowed. I developed TMJ, painful, very painful TMJ. Hypermobility is another thing that's come up for me, which, so all these different things. Um, like you gotta just, I think the lesson is don't wait again. You can't wait till everything is smooth and perfect in life. You've got to work with what's there. Like again, my daughter's health issues, my health issues, there's so much wisdom in them and so many lessons. And just knowing that these hurdles or challenges or stuckness or traumas, whatever it is, actually are our greatest teachers. And when we can learn the love and compassion for ourselves first and most to heal, and we can move through them and we can carry those gifts with us into our visions, our business, having more, for example, like the compassion that I have I have gained in this life from witnessing my child, my baby go through all these struggles and continues to. She's 19 now, but she's, witnessing this strength and resilience. And then also with myself and going through all these different challenges. It's pretty powerful. It's pretty powerful to learn to see that, to gain that compassion, I think is what I'm trying to say. Yeah, to harness that as one of your greatest gifts and strengths. And for an example, Miriam, I just had double jaw surgery in April, really big surgery. So my face is still, I mean, this is the first time we're meeting, but my face is very swollen. It looks quite different. It's a little asymmetrical. My smile's off, all these different things. And it's going to take a full year to heal. If I would wait all those months, I started back at work about 6 weeks ago. I looked very strange, even to my clients, but I had to work through my insecurities and I had to just, not had to, I chose to love myself through them. Deeper, deeper, deeper compassion. And I also chose to use that as a story for all of my clients and all the women out there that, we don't have to be perfect. Our healing doesn't, we don't have to be healed. Like we're not broken. So there's no waiting until we're fixed or waiting until life is fixed. You just got to go out and do it and say to yourself, I get to heal. I get to learn from all my TMJ and jaw healing and journey. It's a journey, right? It's a journey. Maybe there's not even an end destination. I likely will be dealing with many chronic health issues my life, and my daughter will too. And we're not going to wait till everything's healed and fixed and perfect because that would be a waste. It's like just taking each day step by step. So I think that that's in the a big nutshell of probably one of the biggest challenges I faced, and also turning that into something as a gift of resilience, of something that I've learned from it that I can share with others that has helped me hone my mission more, my vision, my purpose. Yeah. That's a long answer to that question, but
Yeah. Thank you for sharing because I
yeah.
think there is a lot of wisdom in your story, and your story is really powerful and full of love. You change completely the point of view from the challenges to the gifts that these challenges were giving you. And you also share that we don't need to be perfect to go live, to work with our clients. That is a powerful message because as a women, we always want to be perfect in everything that we are doing. I am one of them.
You too. So many of us.
I need to learn to ask for help. I needed to learn to be imperfect and beautiful as well. And yeah, the beauty of truth, I think. Go on like you are. You don't need to wear a mask. You only need to be yourself. And it's so powerful to say that between women. Yeah. So thank you for being here today. Also, when you are not at your top, but you are in your journey and you have so much wisdom to share that luckily you decided to have this live today. Last question for you, Amy.
Yes, go
What
for
is
it.
the final message that you want to leave our audience with to support them in increasing their well-being?
Yes, thank you, Miriam. I probably already said it, but I really think our greatest challenges are also gifts in disguise. So, coming back to the wisdom that's in our body, the wisdom that is already here, we are souls that have been on journeys for lifetimes. So, when we're feeling not enough, when we're feeling insufficient, we don't have enough skills, or we don't have enough confidence, or we don't have enough money or health or beauty or whatever, that's all just stories that can be there. They're there to protect us and keep us safe, but we've got to move past that. We have to connect back to our strength, our power, because we are very powerful. Each and every one of us is ready to go out there to do the mission, the vision, to expand, to have more impact, to be more visible, to make more money. It's all within us. It's just coming back home to that and remembering that. Yeah, and that's the breath work and the somatics and what I guide and teach because that's it's within you.
Wow. Thank you,
Yeah.
Abby. You shared a lot of wisdom today to our audience. And I know that you have many other things to say. So if you agree, we will have other live in the
Love it.
future.
I love it. I would love to. This was so good. I want to hear so much more about you too, Miriam. Thank you so much.
Yeah, so to wrap up, Amy is one of the coaches of She Heals the World. Feel free to connect with her, to follow her live, and to know more about her work and her wisdom. And we want to remind you that we have a mastermind inside She Heals the World that are powerful container for women entrepreneurs that want to find the support of a group with a team of
Mm.
coaches and other women entrepreneurs that are joining this powerful room. So if you are interested to have more information about the mastermind and to discover if it's the right place for you to grow your business in alignment with yourself, your values, feel free to send a message to me or to Amy and to ask for more information. We have the possibility to share with you a free business assessment call where we will talk about where you are now in your business development, where you want to go, and if the inner circle is the right place for you, we will give you further details about that. Yeah.
Love it.
Amy, there is a Facebook profile or a website that you want to share with our audience if they want to know you better.
Absolutely. The website's probably the easiest one to remember. It's www.becomebreathwork.com. And you can find me there. You can find me Instagram, Facebook, all of it. Yes, I could probably put it in the comments if we post this or all the information. And you can find me within the group, She Heals the World. Aimee, Become Breathwork. Yes. Thank you, Miriam.
Thank you, Amy, for this powerful and inspiring conversation. Have a nice day. And for the women that are listening to us, feel free to send us messages, comment, to share with you what your business is about, who are you. And if you have some topics of your interest, feel free to share. We will give you more tips in the next live.
Love
Thank
it.
you, Amy. Thank you,
Thank
everyone.
you. Thank you,
See you
everyone.
soon.
Thank you, Miriam. Oh, that was so